Don't you just love Fridays? I love Fridays because it's the start of the weekend, and it's also the day of the week where I get to bring you the headlines or the gay headlines making news in the week. If it's gay and it happened in the last couple of days, I'm gonna include it in this video. This video is brought to you by my channel members. Thank you very much for your ongoing support, and if you want to join as a channel member, click on the button that says join. With that being said, let's head over towards the rainbow and follow the yellow brick road to see what's new and happening in the rainbow world of entertainment.
I'm here to bring you news to make your day. Entertainment news that is really gay.
I took my grandson to see what was the movie with Buzz Lightyear. Man, she had a baby with a woman. Oh, I didn't come in for this. They putting it everywhere.
Snoop Dogg recently found himself in the crosshairs again after talking about his reaction when his grandson asked about a same-sex couple in a kids' movie. People online rate the reaction as uncomfortable and, predictably, called it out as tone deaf, especially given Snoop's patchy history with queer representation in past public moments. The story blew up across social feeds and opinion pages, with some people arguing it's time to hold celebs to a higher standard, and others saying all dudes being confused doesn't excuse hurtful undertones.
I didn't come in for this. Just came to watch the goddamn movie. I'm scared to go to the movies now, like y'all throwing me in the middle.
Let's not forget Snoop once appeared in an episode of the L Word, and seemingly wasn't scared off by the lesbians in the show. So I guess he's an ally as long as he's getting paid? Snoop is also the headliner for the upcoming AFL, but the AFL is receiving increasing pressure to drop him after the comments he made. Even Senator Hanson Young has called out the AFL for booking slur merchant Snoop Dogg instead of an Australian artist for the grand final.
The story getting a lot of attention. Lil Nas X made his first court appearance following a bizarre incident down Ventura Boulevard and his subsequent arrest.
By now, everyone knows that Lil Nas X was arrested in Los Angeles, so it feels a bit redundant to include this, but here we go. Lil Nas X was arrested after an incident where police say he was found walking in underwear and cowboy boots on Ventura Boulevard and behaved erratically. Authorities allege he charged at the officers, and he was later hospitalized for concerns about possible overdose before being booked. He's been charged with multiple felonies, pleaded not guilty, and bail was set. The clip that circulated online showed disorientated behavior, so obviously people were shocked. Supporters stressed his past honesty about mental health issues and urged compassion, while critics focus on the legal side and public safety. This is an ongoing story, and Lil Nas X has been very open about his struggles with mental issues in the past, and I hope that this will be taken into account during his hearing.
That was terrifying. That was terrifying. That was a terrifying last 4 days.
I grew up in Samoa. I went to school there till I was about 16 and then moved over to Auckland. I started off when I was about 10, just making like my own ham and eggs and stuff like that.
A New Zealand chef, Daniel Rankin, has gone viral for a very different chef aesthetic, shirtless or half-shirted cookery, and I'm pretty sure you've seen him somewhere in your social feeds by now. Headlines cheekily proclaimed a new naked chef era, and yes, folks are comparing him to Jamie Oliver, but with a bit more abs and a little bit less aprons. He's built a feed that blends recipe clips, fitness and thirst traps energy, which in the world of today's content absolutely works. It seems everyone is hungry for his recipes and, well, thirsty for his videos. Las Vegas Swim Week was out August 15 to 17, 2025, and ended up in our social feeds for obvious reasons. So the question I pose is, are these clips going viral because people are interested in the fashion aspect, or because we simply like some eye candy? The internet is divided. On the one side, designers are leaning into craftsmanship, menswear tailoring in swim, and the real runway statements. On the other, yes, the shows are absolutely a place to ogle gorgeous bodies in very small fabrics. Which is also kind of fair, because swimwear is both design and spectacle. This year, observers noted the men's swimwear getting louder and more inventive, while critics ask for more diversity in body types on the catwalk.
You didn't really often see photographs of the male nude from the 1930s.
He created magic with his camera.
Hidden Master, the new documentary about George Platt, Lynes, is getting rave reviews and thoughtful coverage. George Platt Lynes was a pioneering mid-century photographer whose archives include radically sensual images of male nude models and those who moved in openly gay creative circles. The documentary digs into his life, his friendships with the likes of Gertrude Stein and Alfred Kinsey, and the long-buried and mostly forgotten erotic archive that only recently began to get full scholarly and public attention. This is a reminder that queer culture's history is often archived behind closed doors. Films like this pull the curtains back, not to sensationalize but to say, queer artists have always been here, documenting beauty and desire.
Ain't it funny how no one thought to remind me that you were invited?
Openly gay singer Fred Roberts released a new single called Object of Desire on August 22nd. Critics say it's a heartbreak anthem that leans into vulnerability and pop-sensible hooks. The 22-year-old rising star first introduced us to his emotionally raw musical talent on The X Factor, the band, back in 2019. Since then, he's captivated listeners with his candidness and relatability. With the new single, he takes us on an even more intimate journey. And as for the title, Object of Desire, it is about realizing that you're searching for love in someone who just can't give it, whether it's because they're straight or simply not in the right place in their life. Voss Events Haunted Hollywood, which is a sexy burlesque-infused Hollywood variety show, is coming to New York and Los Angeles this fall. It's marketed as immersive and provocative, and tickets are already live for certain residencies. I won't give away too much of the event, just in case you want to experience it yourself.
These queens are my nearest and queerest!
So you've probably got some wild ideas about what we get up to outside of work, Marcus, but we live very normal, boring lives.
Good news for queer TV fans. The BBC comedy, Smoggie Queens, have been renewed for a second season. Filming's already begun and the new cast members have been announced, but with the old ones also returning. If you haven't watched it yet, expect camp, art and a lot of joyful chaos. The show has been praised for its vibrant and authentic portrayal of the LGBTQ+ community, set in Middleborough, focusing on the chosen family and lives of a group of LGBTQ+ friends.
And I tell you, Middlesbrough Town Hall has never seen anything like it.
The show had its premiere at the Middlesbrough Town Hall and was later broadcast on BBC Three in November 2024. Nick Levine of the iPaper gave the show 4 out of 5 stars, stating, "Smoggie Queens is a reminder that queer people form chosen families all across the country, not just in big cities like London and Manchester that are traditionally seen as more accepting." If you enjoyed this video, I've got another video that you can watch that you might enjoy. A link will be popping up on your screen in a moment. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my videos and commenting. I do read the comments, even though I don't always get time to respond to everyone, but I take your suggestions in consideration for future videos. You can also check out some of the other great videos on my channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? It is one of the easiest ways to support a content creator on YouTube. And it's also the easiest way for you to stay up to date with the latest stuff that I post, obviously if you switch on your notifications. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow.